Hmm. What's good, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. It has been a hot minute. So, I wanted to come on and do a reading for the collective, given this blood full moon that we're experiencing, this eclipse that we're experiencing. And as I was over here cleansing my decks, I was getting a few different energies, and interestingly enough, this this message was meant to be an overall like general energy message, but it turns out that it's heavily influenced by the energy of love. And as much as there are many videos out there catered to love, I don't always do my readings for love if I don't feel like that is the message. So that being said, some of the things, and we're not even into the decks yet, we're not even into the cards, but one of the things that I will share with you right now is the sage that I have in my hand. One of the embers fell on this cloth, and this is a very sacred cloth that I have for, it's actually a rebozo that I have for my birth clients that I got from my trip in Ghana recently. And an ember fell and started to burn a little tiny hole in it, and I caught it before it burned all the way through all the layers, but it did get one layer. And this little tiny hole right here is actually, you probably can't see it, but it burned in the shape of a heart. It burned in the shape of a heart, and all around the hole is a little bit of ash. So somebody's heart is really, it's hurting right now, and I can feel it. If I'm being completely honest, I can feel it. I felt all day an energy of tenderness, of um, needing sweetness. So, whoever this finds, this message is for you. Uh, it's something that I have felt leading up to today. It's something that I have been separating from my own energy, and yeah, I think there are a lot of people right now that are overcoming things within their heart. And maybe for some of you, this reading won't be all romantic. Maybe it's just matters of the heart in general. But I'm very much getting that however this resonates for you, things are coming full circle. And to amplify that, I'm realizing now that the pattern of this cloth has circles all over it, and that was not intentional. But I was also going to specify that before I pressed record, as I was cleansing my decks and I was, running them through the smoke of the sage and whatnot, I lifted this deck. This is the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. And I lifted this one to cleanse it. And as I did, I hadn't realized that the smoke had created a perfect circle up above over here. And I wish I would have gotten that on camera, because I tried to like emulate it afterwards to see how I did it. But it was the perfect circle. And it was actually about the size of the circles on here, on this cloth. And it just slowly just like made itself known, and then it expanded. All right, so for some of you, there's an energy that's coming full circle here, um, and things will be expanding for clarity. So let's see what we have message wise. I will be doing a specific romance portion with the romance oracle deck, but in general, just know that there's a heavy energy here for matters of the heart. So, speaking of, we got the King of Cups. Oh, and the Eight of Swords. Okay. Empress is coming out. Queen of Swords is popping out on the bottom, but Spirit is telling me to keep shuffling. All right, well, King of Pentacles wanted to come out, so that. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. That's quite heavy. The Magician. Okay, that's. Ooh. Page of Cups. Anything on Spirit? Oh, okay. Oh, y'all see that? Judgment. What just fell out is the Ten of Wands. Judgment is poking its way out. That's more than anticipated, but it's only two. Temperance and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. All right. Fell out. It's the Fool. Yeah, that tracks. Knight of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So this energy is it's a slow burn. It is very much a slow burn. But it's coming in though. It's coming in and it's unfolding in a steady energy. Patience is required. Temperance is amplifying that, but patience is absolutely required here. So let's go back and take a look at the overall message here. So if you missed some of that, interestingly enough, the Three of Pentacles is the only one that's in reverse. The rest are upright. I do read reversals if this is your first time viewing me. So we've got the King of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Empress, the King of Pentacles, the Magician, Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, Judgment, Temperance, Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Fool, and the Knight of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. When I lifted that just now, Queen of Wands is right beneath it. So what I'm getting here, there's for whoever this is, there is a deep love that has been challenged, that someone has been in denial about. Okay, someone has been in mental prison about this. They've been going back and forth. Maybe they've been influenced by other parties. Maybe this is their own, right? But all of these swords right here are keeping them captive, or seemingly anyway. These swords are the other influences, or the other words and the other thoughts of people around them. But really, if you take a look at the image up close, it's not actually the swords that are keeping them in. And quite frankly, if they wanted to, they could just knock those swords down and walk right through or walk around them. What's really keeping them captive is this blindfold that's wrapped around them. And they've got somebody here, whether it's you or a person in your life, has got this blindfold around them and is refusing to take a look at everything, because maybe it's overwhelming, maybe it's too much, maybe all of these swords, these just the mere presence of the thoughts and words of other people, because swords is communication. It's air energy, it's communication. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, maybe the thoughts and words of all of these other influences and people around them, or maybe even situations in life, are just overwhelming, and maybe they're just refusing to take a look, whether this is you or this other person. Somebody here is refusing to take a look around them because it's too much, right? But it's big love. This is on your throne, love. Like, this took somebody for surprise for sure. But the Empress is here, and the Empress is here to sweeten it. Okay, the Empress is nurturing. You see that yellow light, that warm light behind her. King of Cups comes in. First of all, Cups is water, right? Emotion. So for it to be the king is just super. How do I put this? How does Spirit want me to say this right now? For this to be the king, this is not no joke. This is not no puppy love. This is not no nothing small. This is transformative in some way. But there's still this gray area around the king. He's on his throne, right? But he's floating in the water. He's floating in it. Empress comes in, nurturing, soothing everything, lush, abundant, letting you know that it's okay, it's safe to feel, even if the situation doesn't necessarily feel safe, even if you're still navigating it. The love itself is safe to feel within yourself, maybe within the situation, maybe among each other. King of Pentacles. Pentacles is, again, a very, Pentacles is earth. Earth signs are very grounding, very rooted. But the King of Pentacles is also in the lush energy. Do you see that? These are not even like, the Empress is the queen of all the queens. So even if I had the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Cups or whatever other suit, the Empress is the queen of them all. But do you see how they're both sitting in the throne? Do you see how they both have this warm light around them, all this lush earth around them, the green, the fruit within their robes, they are draped in lush, fruitful energy. Okay, they're mirroring each other right now. Big time. Big time. Do you see that crown on the both of them? They both, wow. They're both holding a staff of some sort. Do you see that? Do you see that? There's illumination here, okay, within the masculine and feminine energies. There's a huge illumination, and there is something very beautiful at play, very magical. Okay, there's an apology here. There's an apology that needs to be spoken, that needs to be had, that needs to be felt, maybe within oneself, maybe amongst each other. Take it however it resonates, but there's some sort of coming to terms with what is looking at you in the face. Do you see that fish staring them in the face? You cannot get away from it. You can't take a drink because it's staring you in the face. It's taken over your cup. It's saying, I am here. Okay, fish are often signs of fertility. Cups is water. Water is very much a sign of fertility, but there's an air of needing to look at something directly in the eye to be able to acknowledge what it truly is. There's too much. Again, we're back to the energy of too much, okay? Now, I could continue to break all of these cards down individually. Maybe I will. We'll see how it flows. But ultimately, there's an energy here of overwhelm. There's an energy here of needing to let go. Needing to let go of the blindfold of the mental prison here with the swords and with the wands. This is a lot. Wands is fire, wands is passion. Okay. I'm getting here that one, if not both of the parties involved was juggling too much, maybe too many people, maybe too many energies. Even if they didn't see each of these energies long term, their passions. There's too many different directions that this is going. Holding on to too much, you have to eliminate it. You can't carry it all. You cannot divide yourself into 10 different people. You cannot. You can't give yourself to everybody. Some things need to be let go. Some things we can no longer hold on to. Judgment Day is here. Absolutely, Judgment Day is here. Temperance is telling you to have patience. Have patience with the process, because there is a union here that is to be had, but it's being stalled right now. It's being stalled because of all of this that led up to this very moment. But a new beginning is coming. It's just coming in slow and steady. Okay. Wow. I feel this energy in my chest of wanting to cry, like this emotion welling up inside me, and I don't know who's feeling this, who's fighting this. It feels a lot like this right here. It feels like a combination of these three right here. Okay, we'll put this in the middle because this is what it feels like. It feels like the emotion is right here in the center, and it's surrounded by all of this this passion, right? But all of these thoughts as well. It feels like right here in the center of it all is this apology to oneself, maybe to the other person that you're involved with. Um, Again, this is a very heavily romantic um, reading energetically, but this could be familial, could be platonically. Take it however it resonates for you, and it doesn't necessarily need to be male versus female. Take it as however, whatever gender you need to take it as, but masculine and feminine energies are very much present, absolutely present, right? But the fact that I'm speaking so softly right now, even as I continue, is like there's this somebody's holding something and you can't see me right now. I'm tapping my chest. So if you're listening to this and this is hitting, tap your chest, okay? Just tap your chest. If you're fighting something inside, the spirit is saying tap your chest. Breathe through it. It's gonna be okay. They want me to pull this first. This reading went a lot. It's more smooth than I expected it to be honest. I didn't really have too many expectations for the reading, but I thought that there was going to be more of an elaborate story here. But this is quite straightforward. Worth waiting for, yeah. Have patience. It's worth waiting for. Whatever the outcome is, it's worth waiting for. And the outcome could even be that maybe you and this person that you're thinking of, oh, I was going to say maybe you and this person that you're thinking of aren't meant to be right now. Maybe it's a future thing, right? Maybe you met each other now, but the story continues beyond what you can see. Maybe it doesn't feel like it could, but it'll surprise you. And then this came out, said, give your relationship a chance. So down here, it says divine timing is at work in your love life. Work on your partnership. But really, in the meantime, give your relationship with self a chance, right? Because in order for you to be able to receive whatever this love will be, you have to have a strong relationship with yourself. Spirit, is there anything that my collective needs to know? Unrequited love, but it came in reverse. So there, and I don't typically take these oracle decks in reverse, but this particular reading is telling me that there's an image here, a mask here of unrequited love, but that's not what's really happening. It's definitely requited. It's definitely a mutual thing. It's something that maybe easier to perceive as unrequited, to cope. But everything around you is saying, no, there's more to it here. And whoever is in denial is going to come to terms with it at some point. You can't run from it. The question is it going to be too late? Have patience, yes, but you don't want to wait too long. Attraction, right? However, this attraction came in reverse too. So somebody's acting like they don't care. I'm going to stay true to this because right now, Spirit is telling me to read these in reverse. And I don't typically read the Oracle decks in reverse, but Spirit is telling me someone's acting like they don't care, like they're not interested no more. That's going hand in hand with the unrequited love in reverse. They care. They're acting like they're not attracted, but they are. Getting to know each other is also in reverse. Nah, see, nope. Somebody here is being stubborn. Somebody here is being very, very stubborn. And again, I'm getting coping mechanisms. I'm getting protection. I'm getting relationship trauma, maybe PTSD of some sort. But someone is acting like they don't want to continue this, like they don't want to be further involved, like they don't want to get to know each other further, right? But it's there. You can flip it all you want to. It's still there. The energy is still present. Let your friends help you is upright. Ask for and accept support from others. Yeah, let your friends help you process this. But I will tell you to be very, very careful and mindful of the energies that you take in, and be very discerning. Be very, very discerning. And that's again where this judgment comes in. Judgment is also about discernment. It's not just judgment day on you and the person that you're involved with, but it's also about discernment. Okay, you got to be very discerning about the energies that you allow into your space, because then it can become like this if you're not careful, if you allow the wrong ones in. Anything else that they need to know, Spirit, in regard to specific romantic energies that need to come through? Separation just flew out. You could be not speaking to this person right now. Maybe there's a physical separation. Anything else? Okay. Chemistry. Bottom of the deck. Oh, sorry, my nose is itching. Bottom of the deck is reconciliation. Reconciliation. So it's coming. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. It's coming. You just got to be patient with it, okay? You got to be patient with it. We're going to pull some oracle cards from the African Goddess Rising deck. What does Spirit really want us to hone in on? Ooh. Okay, so these I'm not reading in reverse. Yamaya, awakening. Someone is awakening to the energy here. So I think I'm getting the energy that one of you was already awakened to the energy, and maybe the other one is not. But look, again, that's super fertile energy. Water, Yamaya, water, the fertility, the dolphins. Like there's just so much abundance and fertility here once you allow yourself to see it. Yasigi, live out loud. Let me see if you can see that up close. This is ceremonial. Sarah Lakali, divine lineage. Absolutely. More water energy. But divine lineage, this is bigger than just the surface level. Anything else? It didn't come out. I'm not pulling it. Okay. Queen Yacintewa. Okay. This says level up at the bottom. You see that machete she's holding? She's not playing around. It's time. For this to follow the awakening. Oh yeah, it's time, baby. And then the stool right here, you see that golden stool? If you know, you know. And if you don't, do your research. I'm not giving y'all a whole lesson right now. Bottom of the deck is Medusa, rage. And I know that typically comes across as very, very scary, but it's not. It's actually quite profound. So we're going to take a look at the booklet just to get a little bit of emphasis or clarity. Anyway, for those of you who don't know who these goddesses are. So, Yemaya is a goddess of awakening. She stems from the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria. She is a temple of high priestesses, element of water. It says, Goddess Yemaya controls the ocean, the amniotic fluid that nurtures us before we know ourselves. First of all, the fertile energy in this reading is crazy. And I'm pausing on this reading because, again, I'm going to reiterate this cloth that I'm using right now is a rebozo that I use for pregnant women that I got in my trip to Ghana. So that was not intentional to infuse it with any fertile energy, but there is a lot of fertility here. There could be possible pregnancy at play, maybe unfolding, maybe down the line. Ooh, gotta stretch my legs. But yeah, here we go back to the energy of fertility, right? It says Goddess Yemaya controls the ocean, the amniotic fluid that nurtures us before we know ourselves. The healing, loving energy of this Yoruba mother Orisha or deity never leaves you. Yemaya's guidance says, wake up, awaken now to your true self. Are those tears of sorrow or joy? Let them out. Yamaya swallows your tears. Remember those tears that I told you was just stuck in your chest that you just gotta, it's just welling up and it feels for me, what I'm getting is that it's ready to burst and it's okay. Allow it to flow. Okay? It says you are vibrating at a higher frequency, so you see everything differently. This is Goddess rising. You are waking up. And once you have experienced awakening, you can never go back to not knowing. The path of awakening is not straight, comfortable, or easy. You have chosen to lift the veil and have a real relationship with the divine. You didn't come to transcend this world while you're living in it. You came here to dig into the soil, plant yourself, and grow. This ascension is your divine purpose. Your declaration for this card is, I am receiving and radiating love. Oof. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna wrap this up. Get the other oracle deck or the other cards. Yasigi is the goddess of living out loud from the Dogon Mali, from the Dogon tribe in Mali, Temple of Griots, element water. Yasigi has a reputation of being a free-spirited party goddess. For the Dogon people of Mali, she was the very first Yasigyen, or Yasigny. The Yasinyas are women empowered to participate in the mass dances. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. Says Yasigi's guidance, express yourself. You have something to say. I told you, somebody's holding back. Somebody is holding something back. Express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice in magic. Magic. Express your you-ness. The way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. That's okay. You are not meant to. Living out loud and self-expression look different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self-expression may mean dancing on tables and screaming your points of view. Introverts may speak out in other ways and save the louder parts of their personalities for loved ones. Your declaration for this card is, I am free to express myself fully. Sarah Lakali, goddess of divine lineage. Ramani, Egypt, temple, ancestors, element, water. Great ancestress Sarah Lakali, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani people. Oral history says that the Saint Sarah had the highest divine lineage. Your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust. Your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create or nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Unbury your ancestors. Speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. Your declaration for this card is, I am my sister and my sister is me. Queen Ya Asentewa, goddess of leveling up, the Ashanti people of Ghana. Temple of Queens, element bush. Queen Ya Asentewa was a mother, farmer, and warrior queen who led the War of the Golden Stool. The Golden Stool, remember? Throne of the Ashanti Empire holds the region's Kra, life force energy. Raise your standards. A leap forward for one is a leap forward for the tribe. Your choices can raise the frequency of your community and the planet. It's time to level up. This is your season for a quantum leap. You have prepared for this. Life does not have to be linear, and neither does growth. A quantum leap feels drastic and huge, but the secret is that quantum leap happens little by little. So what inspired action helps you level up? Connecting to spirit with rituals, movement, Meditation and visualization is a great start. Your declaration is, divine timing is on my side. And last but most definitely not least, we have Medusa, the bottom of the deck, which you did not see coming. Okay? Shadow of Rage from Libya, Temple of Shadows, element fire. Medusa is feared as an ugly, vicious monster bitch. The truth? The Libyan Berber dark goddess of wisdom's rage is sacred, epic, and fully justified. You are pissed off and petrified, angry and shaking. Remember, I told you somebody here was in denial. Somebody here is trying to act like they don't know what this is, but you know, and it's messing with you, okay? So it says you are pissed off and petrified, angry and shaking, but underneath that, you are hurt and heartbroken. Feeling undervalued is overwhelming. You can't stay silent anymore. Let your joys, hopes, and beauty rage on. Take a breath. Close your eyes and put both hands over your lower abdomen. Tune into the part of you that feels out of control. Flood it with loving, healing, golden light. Now put both hands over your heart and do the same. You have a right to your full range of emotions, including anger. Sacred rage inspires us to run for office, lead protests, and shift policies, but unhealthy rage can devour your very soul. Get clear on what is really happening. Allow yourself to feel your feelings, to see the truth. Just because you feel threatened does not mean you are being threatened. Your declaration: I have a right to feel my feelings. I'm going to leave it here. I do want to say that it was quite humbling for me to get these downloads as I'm reading for other people, for the collective in general, but just other folks in general, to get these downloads and say things. And sometimes when I go to interpret these cards, it's hard for me to verbalize the message that I'm receiving because a lot of it is what I'm feeling, right? So when I say certain things, sometimes it almost feels like I'm not saying the right things. But then when you have moments like what I just experienced just now, where some of the very words and phrases that I was using to describe the energy at hand are reiterated here in the text, and before I ever even saw this come out or knew it was coming out, it further affirms that I am here in the right space at the right time, and whoever is meant to hear this message is here in the right space at the right time. So whoever this was for, I thank you for being here. I send you love. I send you so much warmth through your healing journey. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to feel everything, allow yourself to grow through it all, and know that you are safe here. It is okay. You will come out stronger. And however this unfolds within the situation, within the, excuse me, this connection that is weighing heavily on your heart, know that you are covered. Know that you have your divine lineage behind you, with you at all times. Ashe.